Blah. Hello everyone, it's me again, Vtuber Nivni Adair, and it's a pleasure to have all of you. I'm going to do now part 2 of the visual novel series, Please Be Happy. Quick recap. This lady over here in the middle, the one in the black outfit, the pearl necklace, Miho, she's a spirit fox. She went on a quest when she encountered a very kindly human in the wilderness. So I guess she spent some years, like traveling the earth, visiting different places, adopting new names. Eventually she ended up in New Zealand, Wellington, and she made herself a den. And as foxes, they tend to have a tendency to like go places where we're not supposed to be, like people's wallets, and yeah, it's just her way of life in order to survive. And eventually her thieving and robbing has led her to be somewhat adopted or taken in by this other lady dressed in white. Hi Jarbar. Hi Pt.2. Glad you two can make it. I apologize, I can't remember her name. Or I don't think she mentioned it. But anyway, let's get right into it, shall we?
Shall we pick up where we left off?
Oh yeah, so she ended up, I guess the owner or the host of the library, the place that Miho was trying to she was trying to make a heist. She was trying to steal a bunch of belongings, especially this giant portrait, this seemingly golden carving frame for a portrait. And then the lady, she said, you can stay here. I'll give you a free meal and you can stay in one of our spare rooms. Like, you don't have to worry. And Miho, she's naturally, because she had a rough background. But yeah, she's suspicious why someone would be so kind or be a Samaritan, take her in, especially after she tried to rob her place. But I guess we're gonna find out. Miho turned into the spare room. She went to sleep, and she's gonna find out what happens in the morning. Knows, maybe the morning will bring trouble with it. But right now, just sleeping sounds alright. Stretch. I'm stretching. I wake up to the sound of birds chirping loudly outside. That's better. Trying to do my finch call. Jar says, "Hey Nipa, just letting you know I'm doing good now. I did some meditation." I'm glad to hear that, Jordan. And I'm also glad you were able to make it. Because I know that you've been asking for the visual novel, which I appreciate. Right? So we just started. If you don't remember, Miho, she just came to this new place in New Zealand called Wellington. She was doing some things to survive, stealing, thieving, and then eventually it led her to be taken in by the mysterious lady, who I'm guessing is the owner of the library. She was given a free meal, free meal in the morning, and a spare room. And we're about to find out, who this person is. I wake up to the sound of birds chirping loudly outside. Blinking wearily, I prop myself up and look toward the warm sunlight beaming through the window. The sheets under my hand feel soft and dry. My hand goes to my neck, in the smooth familiarity of my necklace.
It's still here.
If someone was gonna rob me, that's the only thing I I have that would seem valuable. I sit up and look around. It doesn't look like anyone came in while I was asleep. I mean, I am really safe here. I wonder if Juliet's friend was a set I know. Ah, so that's her name. Sorry, I couldn't remember. So I guess, yeah, our host's name is Juliet. The lady dressed in white. I wonder if Juliet's friend was a set I noticed outside my den on the first morning. I don't know how else she could have found me. How they did without waking me up. It happened before. It could happen again. As much as I hate to admit it. So I check around the room very thoroughly. But still I don't notice anything different from when I went to bed.
Maybe it's not a trick.
All my past experiences have told me that there has to be a catch. Nothing is free. Nothing. No matter how hard I try, I can't figure out what it could be. Could Juliet really be telling the truth? It just seems so unlikely. It'd be nice if it was true. But if it wasn't, if I let myself believe I'm going to be wrong in the end, then that would hurt even more, wouldn't it? No. Better to not even take the risk. After all, I lived a lot of years this way. It's not like I hate it. Making my mind up helps me feel better right away too. It just makes more sense. Even if I try to stay, I don't think I ever stop worrying. This way, I know for sure that I'm in charge of my own destiny. Now that I know this room is unoccupied, I might be able to sneak back in sometimes when I need a place to stay. It wouldn't be too hard to climb one of the trees, then get back to the window from there. I take one last look around. For just tonight, it was a nice what if. Then I head downstairs and out the door, without speaking a word to anyone. It's another nice day, the same when I first arrived in Wellington. Warm sun and blue skies, just a hint of clouds. For a while, I meander around town, eating the last of my pastries from the convenience store, haul for breakfast. Today feels like another restart. I have no den, no supplies, no anything. It's less exciting now than when I first arrived. I don't have a destination in mind, but eventually end up at the waterfront. There's an airship over the bay, ascending closer towards our skyport. A couple kids down on the beach wave up at it, seem excited. People arriving on that ship all have somewhere that they're planning to get to, where they get off. They all got people waiting to see them. What have I got? Some trash and an old scroll. So far, what is giving nothing but questions. That never bothered me before. Here are the cities I've been to. So, why now? Guess that's another question for the pile. I push myself off the railing and head back into town. I go through the motions of scouting for somewhere to rebuild my den. But my heart isn't it. After wandering for a while, I end up at the Bell House yet again. It's just a place where I go when I have nowhere else to go. There are more customers than usual. There are 2 people working behind the counter. It only takes a brief glance to notice that one of them is Aspen. Aspen. I wonder if she'll think I like another fairy kiss chiller again. Or maybe I'll make a difference to our first impression today. The line moves pretty quickly. It helps that Aspen doesn't spill anything this time. When it's my turn to order, I step up to the counter with a fake smile.
Oh, hello. What can I make for you today?
I'll have a fairy kiss chiller, please.
Certainly. Good choice.
I reach for my wallet to pay, but she stops me.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's on the house today.
Wow, Miho, consider yourself lucky.
Great! What does that mean?
It means it's a freebie.
It means that you don't have to pay for it. As an apology for yesterday.
That's very sweet and generous of her. Yesterday? Why does that sound so strange? I nearly missed her talking. I mind having tripped over the word. She reaches for the cup, the pen already in her hand. Yeah. The strange thing is, if I remember correctly, is that with Miho, anytime someone encounters her, it's like in a day or so, they just seemingly magically forget about her. So, how does Aspen remember Miho?
And that's for Miho, right?
For Miho?
My name? She remembers my name! My heart begins to race wildly, my body reacting just as strongly as my mind. Aspen frowns, clearly noticing that something's off. It hasn't too much of a days to deal with it, though.
It is Miho, right?
She checks the notebook on the counter, brow furrowing deeply as her finger slowly moves down the page, taps on one of the lines. What do I say? How do I explain? That for the first time in my life, for the first time in 100 years, somebody's remembered my name. It's not supposed to be like this. I'm supposed to be forgotten. Every time, without fail. It's my armor. It's my life. I take a step backwards. I have to run. I have to get out of here. I have to get away. But where to? I've just been running. I don't have anywhere else to run. But I don't have any other choice. Without a plan or destination, I turn on my heel and bolt outside, not daring to look back. Everything is wrong. I had to go.
Miho!
She calls my name again as I disappear into the street. It's not the first time I've heard that as I fled. But never like this. Never with such a confused or worried tone. I'm sick to my stomach. I push myself to run even faster. Maybe I should just leave this whole city, get on the next airship out of here, and act like it never happened. I can go somewhere else, back to China, or America, or anywhere, and start over again. Within days, it'd be like I never even came to Wellington. My life would go back to normal, and eventually I'm sure Aspen and Julia would forget me, just like they're supposed to. Nothing would be different. Except, that's not quite true. I wouldn't forget what happened here, even if everyone else did. No matter what, I'm sure I won't ever able to get past these past few days out of my mind. When I get to Mount Victoria, I finally stop running. Not because this place is special, or because I wanted to come here. Because I don't know where else I go. I make my way up to the top of the mountain just like I did on my first day. The view which I admired so much last time doesn't do much for me now. Instead, the city looks cluttered and confused from up here. My chest burns are running so long. I'm much more used to quick bursts of sprinting to get away from something or someone. I guess that's still what I'm trying to do right now. But I'm not too sure what it is I'm running from. Whenever something goes wrong, my first instinct is to flee. Aspirin memory definitely counts as something wrong. But when I stop to think about why, some of the reasons are obvious. Mostly, what if it's not just Aspen? What if everyone can remember me now? Or even worse, if people who forgot about me a long time ago start to remember me. Hi, Zio. Good to see you. Wah. But both getting in a lot of trouble. My days as a thief would probably be over. There's some place where I can never show my face again. The smart thing to do is to leave. Yeah, I can even see a couple airships at Sky Airport right now. I have everything with me. I could just go. There's nothing keeping me here. I make my way up to the top of the mountain, just like I did on my first day. And yet, I don't move. I still don't even know what it is I'd be running from. From Aspen? From Wellington? When I think about it, I have to admit that running wouldn't get me anywhere. This worry, these questions, follow me wherever I go, no matter how far, no matter how long. So then, what do I do? The only answer I can think of is the scariest one. The one that goes against everything I've ever learned. Closing my eyes, I picture the library and Jillian's offer. I picture Aspen, whom I barely know, who's already changed my life. And maybe I should stay and try to find out more. Maybe, just maybe, being remembered might not be bad at all. I clench my fist so tightly my knuckles turn white. Urge to turn tail and head for the skyport is so strong. It's almost like a magnet pulling me there. I resisted though. Slowly, I walk back down the mountain, making my way to the library. I'm not sure what to say when I get there. I explain everything to Juliet and hope she'll let me stay in that room again. I don't even need a room. I could rebuild my den and hide out there. Maybe in a new spot? One that Julian doesn't even know about. Not have to worry about the weather or other animals. That'd be nice though. There's no telling if Julia will remember too. If not, it might be easier to pretend that this is my first time visiting. And just ask if there's anywhere I could stay. Even though I'm not moving very fast, I still don't feel ready for this conversation by the time I reach the library's entrance. It's only been an hour or so since I left the Bauhaus, so it's not late enough for the library to be closed. The usual stream of people flows in and out of the doors.
Okay, I can do this.
I stand off to the side of the entrance, preparing myself as we pass to and fro. My heart is racing the same way it does during a tense break-in. Maybe even harder. My tail twitches back and forth. Usually I don't notice. Right now, I'm super aware of everything about myself. Finding off my instincts, I open the door and let myself inside. I've been expecting to have to look for Juliet, but instead, she's right by the entrance. What surprised me the most, however, is the woman leaning against the large desk behind her. Aspen is now engaged in a conversation with a look of deep concern on her face.
Wasn't there when I checked the bedroom. I wish she would have spoken to me first, at least.
I barely catch the end of Julie's sentence. She knows me only moments after I spar. For a second, her mouth forms a perfect "oh," a surprise.
Juliet? What are you...
Aspen turns around to follow Juliet's gaze, her eyes opening wide. At the sight of me,
Miho!
present. My brain goes blank. Hearst lines flying out of my head.
Hey there.
I slink over to where they're standing, hands in my pockets, unsure what I should say first.
It's nice to see you again, Miho. I was hoping that you'd return.
Me too. That was pretty sudden. I worked extra hard on that drink for you, you know.
Aww. I freeze up, looking for the words. Aspen's expression softens in concern.
Miho?
All right, the drink. I'm sorry.
Well, I ended up drinking it myself, so I suppose I can't complain too much.
She laughs. I can't stop myself from blurting out my next words.
You seem different.
I'm sorry?
Like, less polite?
Well, I'm not at work anymore, am I?
That's a human thing. What have I been saying? What was I planning on saying again?
Will you be staying for a while, Miho? If so, we can continue this conversation in the dining room. It's a bit more private there.
Juliet takes charge of the conversation effortlessly, and I accidentally sigh in relief.
Yeah, sure. That sounds great. I'm not gonna run away again.
Damn
I'm glad
straight.
to hear that. Right this way, then.
Juliet leads the way down the hall into one of the locker rooms. We enter a cozy little room with a table and a few chairs, as well as a fridge. Three of us sit down, although I move my chair so I'm not so close to the others.
Can I get you anything to eat or drink, Miho?
I shake my head. Hungry, but I'm way too nervous to eat. Juliet smiles in response to my answer, which came just a little too quickly to sound natural. By the way both she and Aspen look at me, I can tell that they're expecting me to say something first. None of the words that I've planned are coming back to me. What do people even say in a situation like this? The temptation to run away is overwhelming. Door just a few feet behind me. My knuckles white as I tightly clench my fist in my lap, pushing myself to resist the urge. I told myself that I'm going to take this chance. Even if it's the hardest thing I ever done. I'm going to be honest with them.
Well...
I struggle to think of what to say. Juliet waits patiently, her eyes gazing coolly in my direction, more than directly at mine. Aspen soon grows restless, however, her expression clouded with concern.
Sorry. I don't know how to just say things. I've only ever copied other people's, so I...
Aspen's expression clears up in some sort of understanding.
It's okay, Miho. Take your time.
So I... don't really know how to... talk like this.
You're doing just fine.
If you say so. It's not just talking either. I don't know much about anything. Well, anything human. All I really know about is being a fox. And all we foxes care about is how to survive. It might be hard to believe, but I'm not a normal fox either. There's something kinda special about me. Kinda different.
I finger the beads around my neck. Their constant warmth and presence is reassuring. I avoid looking at either Aspen's or Juliet's faces. What else?
Usually, I have to steal to get by. I don't just have to, I like to. I'm good at it too. That's how I ended up meeting Juliet.
Yeah, we like it. It's just like Heisenberg. I did it because I liked it. Because I enjoyed it. Because I was good at it. First time in a long time. I feel alive.
And the reason I'm so good at it is because... I don't know why it happens, but ever since I got my human form, everyone forgets me. Even the people who catch me stealing from them. After a day or two, I can walk right past their face and they wouldn't even recognize me. No one has ever recognized me. Until Aspen remembered who I was at the Bell House. It was such a shock that I ran away. That's what I always do. I was thinking about leaving Wellington forever, even though I just arrived a couple days ago. I'm still kind of tempted. But instead, I came back here. And that's it.
Just hearing the words coming out of my mouth makes me want to die of embarrassment. It makes me uncomfortable when other people think about me. Yet, everything out there feels surprisingly good. It feels like a weight has come off my shoulders. There's no going back now. And that's relief in its own way.
So you're saying that you've never ever had a family? Or a friend?
Nope, never. And not since I stopped being a regular fox, at least.
Oh. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Why?
Well, because that's... not to be rude, but that sounds rather lonely to me.
Lonely, huh? I've never thought about it before.
There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, some people just prefer solitude.
I see.
Aspen sits back, still looking concerned. And the way she keeps fidgeting, I get the impression she wants to see more, but is holding back. Juliet swoops in to salvage the situation.
You have been very brave to stay here, Miho. I'm personally glad that you decided to come back to the library. I had your room prepared in hopes that you would. You're welcome to use it for as long as you'd like. I think that we could become great friends.
Friends.
Friends to the end. I roll the word around in my head, as if it were a strange food I'm gingerly trying. Is that a word that fits me? Is that something I could have? It's never seemed like a possibility before. None of what Juliet's offered me, none of what Juliet's offered me has. Right now, it feels like I'm standing at the end of one path and at the beginning of another. I could turn around and go back the way I came, back to the den and a life spent alone. I know that world. I lived it for so many years. But I can't just go back. Not now. Not when there can be something more. Something new. Everything could be different if I just let it in. When I look at Aspen and Juliet, I could tell what they're hoping I'll say.
I think I'd like that.
Big smiles take over both their faces. Slowly, I let myself smile too.
Well then, Miho. Welcome home.
Home. Huh. Home. Please be happy. Chapter 2. A life worth living. Just in case anything happens. I think I have to save it. There you go. For the second day in a row, I wake up in my soft bed. My bed. Mine. And stretch. I'm stretching. It's early. Library downstairs is silent. No one else is here, aside from Juliet. I didn't even transform before falling asleep last night. Just passed out like this, with human arms and legs. No wonder I'm sore. After I agreed to Juliet's offer, the rest of the day passed by quickly. Aspen and Juliet showed me around the house, part of the library, and Juliet made dinner for our three of us. Aspen didn't leave until the evening, and I decided to go to bed early. After the whirlwind of emotions I went through yesterday, I was exhausted and fell asleep as soon as my head hit the pillow. Not having to be on alert the moment I open my eyes is a nice change. I could toss and turn, and even doze a little bit longer. I get up as much as my body will let me. Once I've had my fill of being lazy, I finally crawl out of bed.
Okay, time to get up.
Wow, she's gorgeous. It doesn't take me long to get ready. I tiptoe to the door out of habit, so carefully that only someone with super keen hearing will be able to hear me. And then I remember.
Oh yeah, I don't need to sneak around while I'm here.
Well, I mean, think of it this way. If you have to go out for a late night snack, at least you don't have to worry about, waking up anybody. I loosen up and step out into the hallway, shutting the door behind me. Things are opening noisy, so it's harder being sneaky. Lily is still quite quiet. Juliet told me to come find her when I wake up, so I make my way down the hallway towards the room she showed me yesterday. It's the one of the last in the hall, tucked away in the corner. Unlike the other doors, tiny bit of flickering light escapes from the gap below.
This is the place.
Now that I'm standing here, my nerves start to get the better of me. What if she's forgotten me this time and chased me away? Or what if I scream my eyes shut and take a deep breath, push away my worries? If I'm gonna stay here for a while, I need to stop thinking like that. I can't let that fear keep winning. Forcing myself to be brave, I twist the doorknob and enter. Wait, I should have knocked, shouldn't I? It's too late. I step into the room, only to be struck by how dark it is. Just one window. The main light source is a candle-lit lamp, illuminating the white cloth figure sitting at her desk. Just like the library downstairs, there are rows and rows of books covering the shelves around the room. Jordan is asking, "Also, Nipop, can I ask you a question?" "Sure thing, Jordan. What's the question?" Jordan looks up to greet me, a gentle smile written on her face.
Oh, good morning, Miho. Did you sleep well?
She remembered me. I had my relief, I think.
I sure did. I think that might have been the best sleep I ever had.
I'm most glad to hear it. Would you like to sit down?
Oh, sure. Thanks.
There's only one other seat, so I awkwardly sit down across from her. It feels a bit like an interrogation.
Would you like some tea?
I never had tea, so I don't know if I'll like it or not. I think I should accept her offer, out of politeness though.
Sure.
Hi guys, it's Epic Gamer. Good to see you. Bah. And Jordan's asking... Jordan's asking, where are you from, Nepal? Because your accent is unique. If you're okay with sharing. I live in the islands, the Hawaiian Islands. Accent? I have an accent? I never thought of that. But don't get me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not Hawaiian. But yeah, I just happen to be a resident here. Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's just something I picked up. Who knows? But thanks for asking, Jordan. Julia pulls out a teacup from a shelf nearby and sits it on a little plate, then pours the tea without spilling a single drop. She pushes the cup over to me.
Sugar.
Spice? Everything nice? These are ingredients to make the perfect little girl. I eat enough human snacks to know that I lack sugar.
Yes, please.
Julia offers me a small pot full of little white cubes. Without hesitating, I take 2 and then toss them in my mouth. They're kind of crunchy at first, but quickly fall apart. No, I just live in Hawaii. I'm not Hawaiian. No, I get people the wrong idea. Yeah, you should visit Hawaii this time. It's a beautiful place. Julia frowns just a little, enough that a human probably wouldn't notice. Did I do something wrong? Wait, I know.
Oh, thank you.
That gets her to smile. So, I'm pretty sure I did the right thing.
We'll have breakfast in a little while. Aspen usually comes by to help open the library, and then we eat together.
That sounds nice. Does she help out because of the sunlight?
My, that's astute of you. You're correct. Although I'm able to tolerate a bit of sun, I do prefer the dark.
Wait a minute. Is she like a vampire or something? Because there's been a bat flying around. I wonder if she's like Miho. Miho could transform into her. Miho was like originally a fox. Could take on human form. I wonder if that's the same deal with Julia here.
I wasn't sure if you knew I was a vampire or not.
Got it. Yes.
I figured it out just now. That explains how you were able to hear me and find my den, huh?
That explains it. That about her like tracking her to the den. That explains why I have this strange attraction to Juliet. There's something alluring about her, and now I understand why. She's a vampire. She's an actual legit vampire. I'm a vampire finch. Vampire finches and vampires, they're not the same thing. Other than we both like partake in blood. Vampire finches, we can just like, snack on blood. That's our main diet. Whereas vampires, I wonder if she's like conventional vampires where she needs to drink like lots of human blood. We'll see. We'll see.
Indeed. That said, I have my dear friend Orpheus to thank for helping me know where to find you.
Something scratches in the corner room, and I look to notice a large bat hanging from one hook on one of the shelves. Has that been there the whole time? I mean, the entire time.
Is he also...
No, Orpheus is a bat through and through, not a vampire. He happened to notice you on his way home one day.
Guidance Epic Gamer says... Quick question. Do you ever feel like a dream means something in real? Do you mean like in real life? Sometimes. If you're saying like it's a premonition or something, I mostly like read dreams as like what's happening in your psyche. It's like if it seems like you're dreaming about something that might happen, maybe that's just a reflection of like you being excited for it. are you being apprehensive about it? At least that's my take. I don't see dreams as like visions or like premonitions or something like that. Jordan says, Juliet and Nip Pop sang in a tree. We just met her. But she does seem like a lovely lady.
So that's the friend you were talking about. I was wondering about that.
I have the pleasure of knowing several of Wellington's local bats. They keep me apprised of news from around the city.
Proc says it's not my fault. Everything is retro. I've just had a long time. I know, Jordan. I'm teasing.
You're not, like... you know...
Like what? Do you drink blood? I tap one of my front teeth. Not sure how to ask the question politely.
Oh, heavens no! I consume as little blood as one of my kind can, and what I do partake of is freely donated.
Ah, she's a very ethical vampire.
I love this city, and its people. I'd never had them like that.
So I'm guessing the vampires here, they don't need blood, rather it's like it's something we can enjoy, but it's not something vital. Or I wonder if it's like, yeah, I'm liking this skill already. Yeah, sounds like a vampire finch. We don't need blood, but like if we're really hungry and we're like starving and there's like nothing else, like absolutely nothing else, not even like little num-nums, then yeah, we can have blood. That sounds like the case for this vampire, for Juliet. My own game? I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. Well, wait. Actually, funny you should mention that. I'm thinking sometime in the undetermined future. Since I've become like so like enamored with is that the right word? I've become so like addicted to visual novels. I'm thinking of trying to make my own visual novel. That's food for thought.
Besides, I had quite enough of that during my time in the underworld. Is that where you come from as well?
Oh, I'm not from the underworld. I'm from Korea.
That's very specific. Korea. Meals from Korea.
I've heard lots about it, though. I'm one of the only fabled I know of who doesn't come from there.
Oh, so that's your same products. No, that's just one of my nicknames. Nip Pop.
For a long time, I didn't even know that other fabled existed.
Fable? Underworld? You know, I can appreciate when a story, like, it kind of, unless my attention span, like, missed something. But I'm guessing, like, fables are, like, these, like, humanoid animals. And then Underworld is, like, because they mention, like, floating, like, land masses. I'm guessing Underworld is just, like, maybe the main planet below, like, the different countries. I'm guessing that's what it is. Because they have those airships, too.
Indeed. Gumio like yourself are some of the few I know of.
Gumio? What the heck is a Gumio?
Wait, Gumiho? Is that what I'm called?
You mean both,
That
Miho.
explains a lot.
Guidance says, okay, because I had a dream where someone was standing right next to me. I was in bed, and you noticed I was awake. Put me asleep in a non-harmful way. Do you mean like they tucked you in? Or what? Did they give you like the Vulcan nerve pitch? Or what is non-harmful way?
You didn't know, but you go by the name Miho.
Just because I like the sound. I thought it was more like a nickname.
Yeah, that's funny. Like Jordan asked me in the Discord, like, where origins of my name or my channel, my YouTube channel, where it come from? And like I said, my name is it rhymes like with a name, but also it happens to coincide with like, I think there's like this brand of light bulbs, or like not a brand, but rather a type of light bulb. I think it's like a Nivni light bulb. So yeah, when I was like, this sounds, I like the sound of it. I was like, rhyming names, this, that, and then the Nivni. And then when I looked up, it does my name actually says my name is real. There are some people on this planet that have Nivni as a name. But also there's a light bulb, a type of light bulb as like an abbreviation, NIV and I. Sorry for the little like detour. Yeah. I just thought that's funny because she adopts different names every time she goes to new places, and she just chose Miho because it sounded good. Like, Nivni, and a Nivni, and I found it's a type of light bulb.
I change it up wherever I go. Gumi, homie, Migu.
Homie?
I've never had a real name.
What's that, my homie? Miho, you ever thought of like changing your... Well, you don't even have a last name. You ever thought of, like, Mrs. Adair?
I didn't even know I had a kind. I've never met someone else like me.
Thanks, Product, for the smiley.
I wonder if we'd have much in common.
How about her foxes? Like Gumio. Live the same kind of life I have. Maybe they're better fitting in with people that I am. That's why I've never seen one. I mean, no offense, but you have those fox ears. Telling me that unless they your disguise is perfect.
Are there any other Gumio in Wellington?
None that I know of. It's possible, though.
I'm not sure what I'd say if I did meet one.
I wonder about others like me before, but since I never met one, I eventually assume they don't exist. Jordan, that's a perfect name for you to call me. Unique. Find out what they do, and there's even a name for us. This is a big break surprise. No matter how long I've been alive, there's still so much that I don't know about the world. I wonder what that could mean, guidance. That is very peculiar indeed. Maybe it's just a bunch of memories all coalescing. Who knows? Maybe like next time, if you're lucky, you might have like one of those things called lucid dreaming, where you realize that you are asleep, and then you could take control of the dream. And then, do some digging around in that dream and find out why are you having it. As our discussion tapers off, the sound of the front door reaches my ear from downstairs. Julia must have heard it too. Well, always I do.
Oh, That'll be Aspen. Shall we go down to breakfast?
I'll never say no to that.
What kind of breakfast? Would be rice, eggs, bacon, muffins, pancakes? Juliet takes to her feet, pulling out the lamp as she goes. Orpheus the bat leaves the study when we do, though he flies off in a different direction. I guess he won't be joining us for the meal. I have to be careful not to spill my cup of tea as we walk down the stairs. Aspen waits at the bottom, a large book tucked under her arm. She waves with her free hand to greet us.
Good morning, Aspen. It's nice to see you again.
Good morning, Juliet. And you too, Miho. I must admit, I was a little worried you might run off during the night. I may have thought about it a little.
Nah, at least you're trying.
After I went to bed, though, I was out like a light.
Jordan says, real life vampire when nutrient blood plasma so she can't change into a bat. I never heard that before. Wow.
Glad you decided otherwise, then. Living in the library sounds like heaven. I can't believe you'd think about giving that up. Anyway, I'm opening today, so I can't stay too late. I'll go ahead and take care of the windows.
Hi, Karsleen. Wah, wah. I'm gonna suck your blood. I'm gonna suck you dry. You know what I mean. Speaking of sucking blood, you know this lady in the middle, Juliet? She's apparently an actual legit vampire. I'm a vampire finch. And vampire finches are nothing like actual vampires. She's the OG. And Karsleen looks like he's laughing his ass off. But yeah, apparently Julia, she can partake in blood. She says she likes donated blood, but she will not harm anybody. She's an ethical vampire.
I'll get started on breakfast then. Would you like grape or strawberry jam?
I love the way she tucks her hair behind her ear. That's something I like to do. Also the way her hip. I'm gonna continue.
I think I'm feeling like strawberry today. Oh, or some of that orange marmalade if there's any left.
Marmalade.
You have to let Miho try that too.
I'll see if we have it. Is that a nonce you have with you? You can just leave him on the desk for now.
A nonce?
It sure is. I'll be taking Jacques on the way out.
I'll write it down.
The two of them stroll off in the directions while I stay down the stairs, unable to follow any of the conversation.
Who's Jacques? Anonsei. I don't see anyone with you.
I thought a nonce would be like some kind of charm or like an object or a food or something.
This is Anonsei.
She taps the cover of the book she brought with her. Oh, so it's a book? It's a book?
He's the author of this. Juliet suggested I read some of his work, but I'm finding him rather dull.
An author. Ah. Author Anonsei. What kind of name is Anonsei? I was somewhere in the distance. What kind of name is Nivni?
Huh.
Probably Anonsei in the grave. Fascinating, Jordan. I never knew that. Hopefully the rest of her life is normal. process is she was playing Pokemon, an illegal team would hire Buffy. Buff and Shine. I try my best to sound interested. But books are the most boring thing I can imagine. Yeah, I see the appeal if I can read them. But how can they be better than doing things yourself? They can take you to whole new worlds. They can teach you new skills. Or sometimes you can, maybe you want to go to another country, but you can't, like, make it in your lifetime. And that can do that for you. After setting the book down on the front desk, Aspen goes into the main room, leaving me alone in the hallway. I make my way down the rest of the steps. Looking down at my teacup, I decide to take a tiny sip. Kind of bitter, but also bland at the same time. Frowning, I set the cup down on one of the shelves nearby. Yuck! At least I tried it. Sugar's way better, though. Your Aspen window is still open. I hear her bustling around. The room where Juliet went isn't far away either. And I already smell food. Guess I'll go watch. Aspen! Juliet! Huh? Guidance? I hope you're not saying you're getting, Are you saying AI? AI is also suggesting. Don't rely on AI. Oh, I can choose. It's so hard to choose because they're, like, yeah, they're both actually lovely ladies. I'm gonna go with... Well, you know what? Actually, you know what I'm thinking, but personally, I save here. Oop, let me go back. So I'm thinking is, I can go with one... If I have to go with one person, then I could always, like, start another series following, like, yeah, I could do Aspen first, or do Juliet first, and then Aspen. So yeah, double the fun. That's good guidance. Don't rely on AI. Jordan is also Nepal. Sorry for going on about that. I'm really hipper right now. That's fine. You're good. I'm gonna go with Juliet. I follow my nose. And head into the kitchen. There's a big frying pan on the stove. The blob of melting butter sizzling in it. Juliet gives me the pan push to move it around before walking to the counter to continue her work.
That smells great.
Oh, Miho. Go ahead and take a seat if you'd like. This shouldn't take long.
Oh, well. It's good to see you again, Arby. Welcome. Welcome. There. I just decided to, like, yeah, check out on Juliet. She's apparently an actual vampire. Guidance says, I'm gonna lay down now. Have a good rest of your day. I'll see you later. Thank you very much, Guidance. Take care. See you next time. Bless you. Bye. And pleasant dreams. Hopefully that ones that don't have that strange gathering. I do what she suggests and sit down at the table table in the same spot as yesterday. Lovely smells swirl around the room as she opens a jar and that.
What you making?
Fried eggs and toast with some fresh fruit. It's what we usually have. Is that all right with you?
There's some bacon on there, and it'll be perfect.
Better than alright. I'm almost drooling just thinking about it.
I'm getting hungry too.
I hope that it lives up to expectations then.
I watch as she quickly butters a few slices of bread and then tosses them into another pan on the stove. While it cooks, she takes an apple from a nearby bowl of fruit and cuts out the core before swiftly chopping it into perfectly even pieces.
Sure did that fast.
Practice makes perfect, as they say, and I've had quite a lot of practice.
After moving the apple slices onto a plate, she takes an orange and starts to do the same thing.
The bats enjoy fruit as well, so I tend to keep a lot of it around the house.
Oh no. I'm not a coffee lady. I don't partake in coffee. It's like brands like Kona Coffee.
If there are any items you'd like me to keep around the house for you, do let me know.
I bet Miho's gonna have a whole grocery list. Something tells me that snacks in the convenience store aren't what she has in mind. Yeah.
I'll tell you if I think of anything.
Julia finishes the fruit before dropping the eggs into the pan with butter, where they start to sizzle too. Finally, she slides the toast out and onto the plate. Damn, Chirps. This whole scene's sexy. The way they describe the food. It's making my tummy growly. Right as the eggs finish cooking and Julia sets the table for three of us, Aspen daintily steps into the room.
All set on my end.
Thank you. I just finished cooking too.
Things like orange juice and milk. Nothing special. And as you know, green tea. Well, sometimes I'll drink Pt.2 passion orange guava. But you all sit down and dig in. The food, of course, is delicious.
So, Miho, how will you be spending your first day as an official Wellington resident?
I don't know yet. Hadn't really thought about it. Now that you mention it, I'll have a lot more free time now, huh? Usually I'd go hunting for food, or looking for a better place to stay, or...
Well, if you have so much free time in your hands, Miho, maybe you could actually try to learn how to read, because that could be a very valuable skill. Instinctively, I go silent as I reach for my pocket and the familiar crumpling paper.
Or...
If it's something you don't want to share, don't feel that you must.
Right, that too.
I hesitate. I'm not sure I ever told anyone about what I'm searching for. At least, not the specifics. I had a lot of first times lately, though. What's one more? Besides, being the two of them can help me.
No, it's okay. I've been looking for someone.
Look no further, Miho, because I have arrived. I wipe my hands first, making sure they don't have any crumb or grease on them. Then, I carefully slide the thin scroll from my pocket. I always keep it in the deepest part, where it won't get wet or damaged. With great care, I gently roll it, letting the two women see the ink markings brushed on the scroll. Edges are fuzzy with age by now, but the text is legible. I think, anyway.
They gave me this a long time ago. I don't know what it says.
Is that Korean? Maybe Chinese? I'm not able to read either one, unfortunately.
Maybe it's like an ancient dead language. Maybe it's Klingon.
They remind me of older Chinese characters, but I can't be certain myself. Sorry, but I'm not too familiar with them either.
They look a little defeated, but I quickly wave off their concern.
It's okay. Nobody I've asked could read it either. For all I know, they might just be scribbles.
Or maybe it's a code.
I thought that maybe if I knew what it said, it would help me find them.
Who exactly are they, if I may ask?
They're a traveler. I learned that word just to be able to describe them. They were the first human I ever met. They told me stories about the rest of the world.
And you've been searching for them ever since then?
Yup. For as long as I can remember. I met them back in Korea, when I was a fox. I couldn't understand what they were saying. Not until much later.
Reminiscing about them gives me a very peculiar feeling. It's warm and fuzzy, but also a little sad. I think people call it nostalgia. My voice is a little quieter as I finish what I mean to say.
But that never stopped them from coming to see me. I don't know their name or even where they're from, but I'll definitely recognize them when I see them again.
Well, hopefully that person's still alive. Both Aspen and Juliet are quiet for a moment, visibly thinking over what I said. After a long while, it's Juliet who speaks first.
In that case, I'd be happy to assist in any way I can.
Me too, of course. Speaking of which, I may have found something useful to you. I was doing a little bit of research on Gumiho last night.
Gumio sounds like something you eat.
They were surprisingly little
Run a
to be
Gumiho.
found compared to some of the other fabled.
Wait a sec. You found out that I'm a Gumio too?
Well, yeah. Just look at you.
Well, yes, it wasn't too difficult to look up. Is that odd?
So in less than a day, both Aspen and Julia were able to learn something about myself. That could in a lifetime.
I guess not.
I only realized how I sound after I said it. Julia shoots a look at Aspen, who quickly tries to move the discussion along.
Anyway, I was trying to find out why Juliet and I can remember you when nobody else can. Although I didn't find anything about memories in particular, there was one story that claimed a Gumiho's curse doesn't take effect until a full day later.
Oh, of course. And since you and I both saw Miho again before too much time passed, we didn't forget her.
So you're saying, it was a technicality?
Right, that also makes sense from what you told us yesterday, Miho, doesn't it? You said you don't tend to talk to people a second time.
Yeah, I usually try to avoid it, really.
I hadn't ever thought of my magic as a curse before. I guess who the person who forgets it. It is.
So that means that all we have to do to avoid forgetting about Miho is...
It's impossible to miss the pause before Aspen's words. She's not confident in what she's about to say.
see her every day. Forever.
That's That's horrible. Not the whole seeing her every day, but it's like, if you miss one day, what if you're sick or something? Or you have to go like on vacation and you just could forget her. Damn. Just damn. It is a curse. Forever. 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 The Sandlot, if anyone's wondering what I'm referencing. That word hangs in the air. Aspen says it cheerfully. Even I can recognize just how impossible that is. At some point, even these two will forget me, won't they? Why even try then? Why bother? If I know it'll only just hurt in the end. On cue, those kinds of doubts start to swirl my head like always. It's so tempting to just stop caring and give up on others. No, I won't let myself dwell on that. Not my first day living here. Who knows? Even if it's a long time from now, maybe these thoughts go away for good. Julia clears her throat before the silence goes on for too long. Well, I mean, there could be a way around it. You could, like, record yourselves, like, explain, "Hi, I'm Aspen," or "Hi, I'm Julia. And the reason I'm recording this is because I'm trying to remind myself that, yeah, our friend is Miho, she's this, we had all these memories, blah, 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 yeah." Or you can write it down, make a book, something. There's always a way.
Well, that's not bad at all. Preserving the memory of those you hold dear is one of the most important parts of life.
Aspen ponders for a moment before nodding.
It really is.
It seems a little early for Arden to consider me dear to them. But I keep that to myself.
So, anyway, about Jax.
I agree, Jordan. This will make an amazing anime. For a relief, Aspen changed the subject away from me and my magic. As Julia and Aspen chat between themselves, conversation drifts onto things I don't know about, people and places I don't recognize. It's all probably related to books. I smile and laugh when they do. I'm not really paying attention or talking. I'm listening to two of them. They may as well be speaking a different language. The more I observe, the more it seems I'll have to learn. Not just about normal people, human life, but about myself as well, and even the world. And one day, both Aspen and Julia were able to figure out what I am and how my magic works. I've had a long time to do that, and still had no idea. It doesn't even seem like it was hard for them. There's something that I have to admit to myself. I haven't really tried before. Just what have I been missing out on? I feel something bubbling up inside of me. Same feeling as yesterday when I decided to come back to the library instead of running away. Something that makes me clench my fists and take a deep breath as I make another decision. Something that I realize I could put a name to it, even though it's a new one for me. This is what people call hope. Even if it's pointless in the end.
I want to learn how to be a person.
Miho, you're precious. Juliet cuts off wherever she's saying mid-sentence. Both she and Aspen turn to face me, eyes wide. Oops. I guess I should have started by waiting for them to stop talking.
You want to... What?
I already messed this up, but I keep going.
Be a person to know about the things you two are talking about. All this stuff that you give me a weird look for when I don't know. I want to learn about it.
I'd say that you're already well on your way.
Her expression becomes quite serious as she continues. I'm a little glad. She sees as much weight behind this as much I feel about it.
Miho, there are some things that you can't rush or change overnight. This is definitely one of them. That said,
Can't deny her enthusiasm.
starting can be the hardest part. You've already taken the first steps.
What Juliet said. I'm sorry, too. I didn't mean to keep you out of our conversation.
No, it's okay. I was busy thinking anyway. I can't stop looking for my person, of course, but maybe I can do more than that too.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. You shouldn't stop your life just because it's for one person. You gotta be your own person too.
We'll help you in any ways that we can.
Aspen nods in agreement, then checks the time and sighs.
It'll have to wait until later, though, because I need to be leaving for work. I'm sure Juliet needs her rest, too.
Thanks. I am rather tired. Will you be all right on your own for the day, Miho?
I love the way she... I don't know what she did, but I love the way she said it.
Yeah, I should be. I'll figure out something to do.
Wonderful. Here, let me take this.
She gets up and collects the dirty dishes and carries them to the sink.
Tomorrow I have to go in earlier than usual to open. If you come by, I can make you that drink again, Miho. As long as you promise not to run away, that is.
You've got a deal, Aspen.
Sure, don't worry. I'm not going anywhere this time. Although... will it still be at home?
At home?
Like... free?
Yeah. On the house.
Oh, on the house! Yes, of course. This should probably be the last time, though, or my boss will start getting upset.
Of course, that makes sense.
Aw,
Me too, Jordan. Me
Okay.
too. I want to try
it
them.
was nice while it lasted.
Aw, poor Miho. Aspen pauses as she rises from the table and starts to leave.
You know, getting a job might be a good idea if you're serious about living a normal life. It's hardly the most fun, but then you could buy as many fairy kiss chillers as you want.
A job? Sounds like a pain.
I don't know. Maybe you could like Yeah? Miho, you look like you have the makings of someone who could be a Vtuber. You should consider that. Aspen just sighs as I sink into my seat. The way she talks about having a job makes it sound awful.
Well, it's just a suggestion. See you later, Juliet. Miho.
That she takes her leave as Juliet and I wave her off. After the distant sound of Julia shutting her bedroom door, the whole library is silent. I'm alone with my thoughts in the kitchen. Front doors are unlocked and open to everyone, so it's just a matter of time until the first guests arrive.
Well, what do I do now?
I don't know, maybe you can find a job? That way you get more fairy kissers? Auntie Roo doesn't have an answer. Right about now, I usually be scrounging for breakfast, or scoping out a new place, or maybe planning where I'll spend the night. But with a full belly and a bed to come back to, I don't have to worry about any of that. Instead, I have a lot of free time on my hands.
Guess I'll explore.
It's how I've been spending a lot of my time recently anyway. And while Julia and Aspen seem fine so far, it's still a little tiring to be around other people so much. Having some alone time is important too. Making my way into town, I try to pay more attention to what people are doing, instead of searching for opportunities. I meant what I said about wanting to be more of a person, but small steps are easier for me, and there's one thing I'm good at. It's observing. Of course, I'll be also keeping an eye out for anything that can help me find my person, but I have to admit, I don't have much of a plan for that. Usually when I go to a new country or city, I'll try to find someone who might know them or recognize my scroll. I usually prefer asking other people. They're easier to deal with than humans. It's not a very efficient plan, if I'm being honest. But I have to get really lucky for it to work. But I haven't come up with any other better ideas. Now that Aspen and Julia haven't offered to help, maybe they'll be able to think of something new. For now, I'm just killing time. I take it slow, passing through the city, and pop into some stores along the way. One is full of musical instruments, while right next door is a store and selling kitchen utensils. Across the street, there's another place with racks full of used clothes. I step into the store and pace around the aisles, just browsing. I never come to this kind of shops. They don't have this kind of expensive stuff. It's all bulky and hard to carry. Plus, I learned the hard way that some pawn shops and bars are good at guessing what's being stolen. Now that I'm paying more attention for what's on sale, I realize I don't even know what a lot of this stuff does. In the kitchen store, there's like normal pots and pans and dishes, which makes sense. There's a bunch of different gadgets with all kinds of shapes and sizes. Can't even guess what you use some of them for. At the music store, I recognize a few instruments like guitars and pianos and drums. There are also a bunch of things I've never seen before, but I don't know the names of it. Most of the kind that you play with your mouth. Say that again? Things you can play with your mouth? Anyway, I mostly play with your mouth. Then there are some things I've never seen. It are actually instrument, or sure, actually instrument, not some other kind of device. And Carsley saying drums are peak. I seem to be the only one having this problem. In both stores, the other customers I've seen all walk around like they know what they're doing, or at least are looking for something in particular. I try to listen on a conversation that someone's having with a salesperson, but it seems like listening to Aspen and Julia talk. I don't recognize half the words. In the end, I don't spend long in either store.
This is already harder than I thought.
Nearby, there's a clock outside one of the stores. and informs me that it's only been an hour or so since I left the library. It's still a long time before Julia would be up. Guess I'll keep looking. I'll keep looking around. But I'm not expecting much. I could change to browse most of the shops I pass, just for something to do. I think about going by the Bell House and seeing, oh, it's Aspen. But when I get there, the line out the door, and around the building, and through the window. I don't even see her. Instead, someone else is taking orders at the counter. I don't feel like waiting, so I keep walking instead. I ended up walking for as long as I could stand it, past Skyport and Beach, past Mount Victoria, back towards the town yet again. And eventually gets too boring even for me. I head back to the library. It's much busier now than when I left it. Pile of books on the desk that people have brought back, and the checkout sheet is half full. Some of the chairs are occupied. At least a dozen people are browsing the shelves. None of them pay me any mind, even when I grab a snack from the kitchen and then up to my room. My room. And there, I do the only thing there is to do. Flop onto the bed and look up at the ceiling. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad to have a bed to do that, but it doesn't help much right now.
So I can be bored outside or bored inside?
Inside and out. In my normal life, I'm actually too busy to be bored. Having time to rest and relax can be a luxury. Now I've got more time that I know what to do with. I didn't realize that this will be a problem.
Guess all I can do is wait for Juliet.
Hopefully, she'll have some ideas. I get the feeling she could give advice on anything.
May as well get comfy.
Yawning, I get under the covers and transform into a fox. With the soft pillow under my head and cozy blankets above me, it's a lot like being in a comfortable den. And after all that walking I did, a nap does sound pretty nice. If I'm lucky, I won't wake up until Juliet does. Wrapping my tail around my face, I close my eyes and eventually drift off to sleep. It's almost dark out when I finally open my eyes. Just like this morning, it takes a second for me to remember where I am. I burrow my way out of the blankets and then retake my human form, rubbing the sleepiness from my eyes.
That nap worked better than I expected.
Hopefully, Julia will be awake by now. If she isn't, I don't know what I'll do. There's no way I'm falling back asleep anytime soon. Unlike this morning, when I passed by Julia's office, there's no light from under the door. I do catch the sound of something going on in the kitchen, so I make my way downstairs. In the kitchen, I am treated to quite a sight.
Good evening, Miho. I'll be with you in just a moment.
It's not just Juliet in the kitchen, but 3 bats as well. One clings to the back of the chair. Aspen sat in the morning and another's on top of the fridge. Third one is perched on Juliet's shoulder. I think it's the same one that I saw in her office. That must be Orpheus. Welcome back, Jordan. Juliet's holding a small bag and handing out the contents of the different bats. On closer inspection, I realize that they're bugs. All the bats devour them greedily, including the one nibbling by Juliet's ear. She doesn't seem too bothered and hands them each another treat.
All right, here are the last ones.
They're actually really adorable. Little beady eyes, and a like scrunched up nose. The bats in the chair and fridge finish their stacks, and they fly over my head and out of the kitchen. Their wings nearly clip me in the face, and a gusty creep blows my hair around. The last one stays on Juliet's shoulder even after it's finished eating, and Juliet picks up a small envelope from the counter and ties it to one of the bat's legs.
Thank you, Orpheus. We'll see you soon.
Launching himself off Juliet's shoulder, Orpheus takes flight and exits through one of the library windows. Even though he was much bigger than the other bats, it doesn't look like Juliet was fazed by being used as a launch pad.
My apologies, Miho. You caught me just at dinner time for the bats.
It's okay. I just woke up.
Oh? I take it you had a busy day then?
Well, not really. Just walked around for a while and then took a nap because didn't know what else to do.
I see. I'm sorry to have left you on your own all day. I should have made sure you were taken care of before I went to sleep.
She sure does apologize a lot. Is that what it means to be polite? Makes it kinda... uncomfortable. It's not like she did anything wrong.
What are some of your hobbies? There are all manner of things tucked away in this room. All that throughout the library.
Hobbies? I don't think I know that word.
Something you do for fun, just because you enjoy it.
I think I know what Mia's gonna say. She likes stealing things, because it's in her nature as a fox.
Oh! But I don't really have anything like that.
Really? Nothing comes to mind? Although she raises her eyebrows, Juliet nods. Just nods. I'm guessing that wasn't the answer she was expecting.
I think I understand. Well, perhaps that should be our first order of business. I believe you'd find your life much enriched with something amusing to do.
Okay. Like what?
She ponders for a moment, tapping the countertop beside her.
It could be anything. A sport, an art, or even something like watching television. Whatever brings you joy.
Pretty sure I've never tried any of those.
I don't know. Try dancing.
Then, it seems we have plenty of options to start with. I know you've done a lot of walking today already, but I need to go into town to run some errands. Would you be interested in accompanying me? Maybe we'll see something along the way that strikes your fancy.
Sure. Fine by me. Not like I've got anything better to do.
With a smile, Julia gathers up some more papers and envelopes from the table and tucks them under her arm.
Let's be off then.
Leaving the library unlocked, we set off down the familiar path. Julia maintains a brisk pace, but isn't too fast. I like this a lot more than going slow.
So, Miho, how are you enjoying Wellington itself so far?
I like it. It's not too big and it's not too small. Like that there's the ocean and mountains close by.
Yes, we're truly fortunate to live in such a paradise.
How'd you end up here in the first place? You said you came from the underworld, right?
That's correct. Ugh, I was much wilder and irresponsible in those days.
Do tell.
But then, I met someone who changed my life. Someone who made me want to be a better person. Part of that meant reinventing myself, with a new life in a new place. Rather like what you've been doing too.
Huh. I can't picture you being crazy like you said.
Well, Miho, we'll change.
That's something of a relief, but it was certainly true at the time. Sometimes, it does feel as if I was an entirely different person back then. It can be difficult to reconcile who we were with who we are, or want to be.
Doesn't seem like you had too much trouble with it.
I wouldn't say that. For one, this was very long ago. And even now, I continue to change. Everyone does. Perhaps in a few hundred years, I'll look back on these days, and they'll also seem like someone else's life.
Hundreds? She's been around that long.
Maybe.
Not that I think that Julia's lying, but it seems like she's just being modest. I may not have known her for long. I think she seems a little too perfect. It isn't too late in the evening yet. There are plenty of other people out and about too. Occasionally, someone will recognize and greet Juliet. She always gives them a friendly greeting in return. After walking in silence for a couple minutes, I clear my throat.
I've got a question.
What is it?
Do you always walk places?
As opposed to?
Flying. Can't you turn into a bat?
Oh, yes. I suppose I can. I do so only sparingly, though.
Aren't some bats? Aren't they like nearsighted or blind? I want to say no. That's wrong. No, because I was thinking echolocation. No, thinking like the dark. Maybe she does it because she likes being human.
I find that I appreciate life more as a human than as a bat.
Why? That's weird. Like being a fox a lot more. Being a human just feels clumsy.
Well, I mean, you have opposable thumbs. You can drive a car. You can wear all sorts of cute or like awesome outfits. Jordan says bats can see better than humans. Pop? Pop? Pop?
Your arms and legs are way too long and get in the way all the time.
What about bears? Or orangutans? Like they can like kind of be a humanoid if they want to.
I suppose that's true. It can be quite awkward at times. Or even embarrassing.
Yeah, exactly! I've never been embarrassed as a fox.
I understand. There are certainly downsides. I believe the good makes up for the bad, though. Some things are only possible as a human, or fabled.
If I had to choose, probably Pepsi.
Like what? I can't think of any, other than talking like this.
Like writing, for one thing, as our dear friend Aspen would surely mention. Or perhaps... like dancing. Have you ever danced, Miho?
Got it. Dancing.
Nope, never. I don't get why people do it either. Don't tell me you like dancing. Is that your hobby?
I must confess that I do enjoy it. At times, that is. I wouldn't call it a hobby.
Ah. Silpop. Silpop, Canada. I think I heard it at an Eddie.
But with the right person, at the right moment, it can be quite nice.
If you say so.
I find myself saying that a lot lately. Shaking and flopping your body around to music, it's not for me. I don't even know how they come up with this stuff. I'm trying to remember to be polite, so I keep that to myself.
So, on that note, I should have asked this earlier. Are there any hobbies that you have as Fox?
I never thought about it that way. Now that you mention it... Almost everything is better as a fox. The sun feels nicer on my fur than it does on my skin. Flowers smell better and more interesting when I sniff them. It's more... vivid.
I remember Aspen using that word and explain what it means. I bet she'd be proud if she heard me use it.
You do make it sound lovely. But are those things you do for fun?
Well...
I always say yes right away, but then I think about it for a second. I do love those things I mentioned. Maybe they don't fit what Julia's asking.
I guess not. They feel good, but they're not fun.
That's still valuable too.
So far, we've been following the same path that I took earlier when I went to town. When we come to crossroads, Julia turns in the direction of a neighborhood instead of the city.
The first stop I need to make is down here. After that, we'll go look around and see if there's anything fun.
Alright, I'm just following you.
This isn't the same neighborhood I heard from Juliet a couple nights ago, though it is pretty similar. Some of these houses are the sort that remind me of Bugs when I first arrived in Wellington. We stop at one of them, a little one-story house with a porch light on. I follow Juliet to the front door. She rings the doorbell.
Is this for one of your errands?
Yes, we're delivering those papers that were requested.
She straightened out the 2 yellow packets she was carrying. The door opens, and a young woman carrying a baby stands behind it.
Oh, Miss Juliet! So good to see you!
With one of her trademark smiles, Julia hands over the papers and the two chat for a bit. I lean against the wall, not involved or listening. Talking to the lady, Juliet uses the same warm tone and softness as when she's talked to me and Aspen. In fact, if I close my eyes, I can almost pretend that I'm back at the breakfast table with the both of them, listening to go on about Bugs. Eventually, the woman takes the folder, and after saying goodbye several times, we leave. As soon as we're off the property, I turn to Juliet.
What was that all about?
I suppose you could call it another one of my hobbies. Sometimes, patrons have requests for information on their ancestors, or a piece of history that they'd like to learn about. For example, Mrs. Aliyu wanted to know about her husband's culture so she could teach her new child. I find and collect what's requested, and bring it to those who asked.
Whoa, sounds like a lot of work.
Beats being bored.
It can be, but I don't mind it. The past is worth preserving, but not everyone knows how. It's my honor to help people do so. I have assistants too, such as dear Orpheus, who is delivering a letter on the far side of town for me.
So like carrot pigeons.
Are all the bats your helpers?
Some more than others. They're friends, not pets. And so if they don't feel like helping, then I won't force them.
To me, it sounds like a lot of trouble to go through for someone else. Even with the bats helping out. But Julia apparently likes being inconvenienced. Say is letting me stay in the library. Still, that sounds like it would be really helpful in my own search for the traveler. As Juliet leads us to our next destination, we leave the residential area, go back towards the city. I try to keep my eyes peeled for anything interesting. Plenty of people sitting out at tables having a meal, or walking around the shops, but nothing out of the ordinary. In fact, it's not that much different from when I was here earlier. They're more fabled, and a few humans, but there are still plenty of those too. Some of the places I pass by are closed now, but some like the music store are still open. When we come to a big building with a lot of posters on the walls outside, we stop.
This is one of our movie theaters. They show all the most popular films, as well as independent ones from local creators. Have you ever been to see a movie before?
Not in a place like this. I know what movies are, but I don't think I've ever watched one.
That's terrible. Juliet, you're gonna have to introduce her to movies and TV shows, and especially anime.
You should try it sometime. Maybe you'll find you like them. Movies can make you feel all kinds of different things. Happy, sad, scared, or just amused. Some are good for making you think, and some are good because you don't have to think about anything and can just relax.
Why would I want to watch something that makes me sad or scares me?
For some, it's fun to explore different emotions in a safe environment like that. When we see something that makes us feel strongly, it can stick with you. Perhaps cause you to view things in a different light. And if it ever becomes too much, you can simply stop watching or put on something else.
I'll try it sometime. Although, I don't know about the sad or scary ones.
There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone has different preferences.
Along the way, Julia continues to point out different shops and locations that she thinks I should know about, like another library or museum. I'm not very interested in either of those things, but I smile and nod, and I pretend like I am. After a while, we leave the city behind and reach the waterfront, just like I usually do. Ocean looks a bit much different at night, the starlight and moonlight reflecting off the water. Far out at sea, there are few lights that must come from boats, and sometimes lights in the sky from passing airships. We head down a small path to the boardwalk, where we look out into the water. There are a few empty buckets sitting on the ground nearby, as well as some folding chairs. I point them out.
What are those for?
People like to fish off at this pier. They come at all hours, but I believe this spot is used for teaching lessons during the day.
Ooh, lessons on how to catch fish?
That's correct. Is that something you're interested in?
Maybe. It's one of those things that I like doing as a fox, but I don't know if I'd like doing it the human way.
Should you decide you'd like to try, I'm sure there would be someone here who's happy to instruct you.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't want to commit to anything, but it couldn't hurt to come and check this place out during the day.
I'm glad you found something that struck your fancy. Is there anywhere else you'd like to visit while we're out, or should we return home?
Nah, I'm ready to head back. Is there anything for dinner?
I'm sure we can put something together.
Excellent.
Then let's go.
Since I actually know where we are now, I lead the way home, with Juliet close behind me. It's another chilly morning in Wellington. I'm outside the Bell House, near Aspen. And that chirps, I think I'll call her for the part 2 of Please Be Happy. I'm thinking maybe I can close out the night with Left 4 Dead 2. Or maybe I'll just end it. I'll see. I'm gonna... Yeah, all that breakfast eating is making me hungry. Especially like, imagine what they're gonna have for dinner. But yeah, I'll eat and then I'll see if I wanna, do some Left 4 Dead 2 for, tucking in and everything. But anyway, this is Vtuber Nivni Adair and Nifty Hat signing out for part 2 of Please Be Happy visual novel. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate all my OG chirps and new chirps for experiencing this visual novel with me. Jordan says, Night Nip Pup, see you next stream. Hugs of Canada, more hearts and sweet dreams. You too. As I don't know if we're going to sleep or I don't know if I'm going to, but we'll see. I'll let you know in the chirp server. Layer Jordan, Layer Jarvar, Layer Guidance, Layer RV, Layer Products, Layer Cars Lane, Layer Zeal, and good night to the rest of you who just want to call it night. I miss you. Take care. Bye everyone. Nada.